And I got a colorful aura, like I got neon guts. Dark energy we don't touch.
Hey YouTube, it's Destiny. Welcome back to my channel. As y'all know, this is story time week, so I'm here with another story. Today's story is the time that I got catfished. Now, if you've ever been catfished, let me know in the comments. I love reading y'all stories. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'm just gonna jump straight into it. So I was in middle school. I can't remember if I was in the 7th or the 8th grade, but I know I was in this lady named Miss Hitchcock's class for math. So if you went to Stivers and you know which grade Miss Hitchcock taught, can you please tell me in the comments? Anyways, I was in her class, and she was putting us into groups for a group project or whatever, and she put me and my cousin and this weird girl into a group. And I'm calling the girl weird because, like, she would do creepy stuff, like, just I'll explain when we get to her. But anyway, so we're gonna call my cousin Tiffany. Yeah, you like that? I know she watching. I know you get it. So we're gonna call my cousin Tiffany, and we're gonna call the weird girl Tanisha. Tanisha was really strange, bro. She did the creepiest stuff. Like, all right, if she asks you, can I borrow a pencil, and you give her the pencil, like, she just used her hand so weird like this. Like, everything she did was just like creepy, like I just couldn't with her. Like, all right, for example, so she'll be like, can I borrow a pencil, and you'll be like, yeah, here you go. And so you'll give her the pencil, and she'll go like, to take it from you. Like, what is that about? Like, just grab the pencil, girl. I'm letting you borrow it, just grab it. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this extra hocus and pocus about a pencil. But even her handwriting was weird. Like, she wrote like, y'all remember Goosebumps? She wrote like the font from Goosebumps. And she didn't just write her letters real smooth, like with one stroke. Like, let's say you're writing the letter C, like C with one stroke. She would write like she's sketching it out, like sketching out each letter like in a sketch pad, but on lined paper. Like, it was weird. Like, why do you want your letters to look so ghostly? Like, I don't know. She was just weird. Yeah, so when we got into the groups, Tiffany and Tanisha was talking about Tiffany's supposed little bae or boyfriend or whatever. And I'm just like, I be with my cousin all the time, so there ain't no way, like, I'm not gonna know about this boy that they talking about. Like, who is this? So I'm asking, like, who is this dude? And Tanisha was like, my cousin. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like, Tiff, I didn't know you was talking to Tanisha's cousins or whatever. And she was like, yeah, his name is Antoine. And so I'm like, Tiffany, I didn't know you was talking to Tanisha's cousins. And she was like, yeah, his name is Antoine. So I'm like, sorry. Tanisha was telling me, like, yeah, he got a brother or whatever, and his brother wants to talk to you. And I'm like, his brother don't even know me, because I don't even talk to you. Like, how would your family member know me to want to talk to me? She was like, he came up here to give me some lunch money or whatever, and he saw you, and he was like, who is that? Like, I want to talk to her. And he described what you had on or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, all right, we'll see. So Tanisha was telling me all about her cousin for the rest of the day. Like, girl, he is tall, he is buttercream skin, honey. He got a ponytail like Lil Fizz, girl. He got a car and a job, girl. He'll take you shopping. He don't got no kids. He only 17. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know, he sound all right. You feel me? That's what's up. Do he got, like, you know, some drama with his other girlfriends or something? Like, if he this popping, why is he single? Well, he just moved down here from out of town, so he's staying with me and my grandma for right now. You could come over if you ever want to hang out with him or whatever. I'm like, you're not finna get me to come over your house. So I'm like, no, I'm not coming over your house. I just met you. We're not even friends for real. Like, I just met you. I don't even know your cousin like that. I'm not coming over your house. Maybe he could meet us somewhere, like in public or something. My cousin Tiffany was like, right, like, that's a good idea, because me and Antoine was going skating anyway. And I guess the brother's name was supposedly Antonio. So she was like, Antonio could meet us up there or whatever. So fast forward to the weekend, we end up going skating. And mind you, before we left class that day, the girl was telling me, like, give me your number or whatever so I can have him text you from my phone. I'm like, no, like, you can give me his number. And she was like, well, he don't have a phone right now because, like I said, he just moved down here, so he waiting on the phone company to transfer his information because he getting off his grandfather's phone plan because they got into it, which is why he moved down here. And I'm just like, this is a lot of runaround. Like, if he got all this money and bringing you lunch money, like that's supposed to mean somebody got money. But I'm like, if he got all this money and he got a car and a job and yada yada that you saying he Mr. Perfect, then why can't he afford a new phone or just like a throwaway phone or a flip phone or something like that, like just to have so he could talk to people? Plus, if he had girlfriends before, what was he talking to them on? Your house phone at your grandmother's? I don't think so. I don't believe that. He could at least have a little Nokia. They wasn't nothing but like $45 at the time. So it was like, I couldn't believe that. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna see like, you know, what this could be about. Not only was he like a little like 3-4 years older than me, but he was also like supposedly somebody who had a car and a job and all this and that. So I'm like, if nothing else, I'm gonna have me a little older boo, like, you know, maybe he could take me and my friends to the mall and stuff on the weekends. Like, you know, I'm thinking about the benefits of the situation. Like, maybe there is something for me at the end of the tunnel, you know what I'm saying? And fast forward to the weekend, like I said, and me and Tiffany went skating. And all of a sudden, the guy Antonio was like blowing up my phone, and we had been talking all week, and what I thought was cute about him was his voice. They had sent me a few pictures of him on MySpace or whatever, like inboxed me a couple pictures, and the thing that like made me feel weird about it was from the girl Tanisha's profile or whatever. So it's like, why is he sending me pictures of himself from Tanisha's profile? Like, I understand they're cousins and they live together and they might be close, but this is a lot. Like, at least get your own MySpace. Like, what if I wanted you to post a picture of me or us together or something? Like, you can't do that on Tanisha's page. I don't know nobody who knows her. Like, once again, I don't know her like that. So, I don't know nobody who knows her. They're not going to like the picture. Like, I'm not going to get to see all my friends comment like, yes, girl, relationship goals. Like, well, they weren't saying that back then on MySpace, but you know what I'm saying. So me and Tiffany go skating and we're sitting around looking cute, you know, eating some nachos, dancing. They was playing all the best songs. We went around a couple laps, but we don't want to sweat too much because, you know, you don't want to sweat your edges out. What else did we end up doing? We saw a couple people that we knew and we told them like, yeah, we're waiting on our boyfriends or whatever. Me and the guy Antonio, we were talking a lot like on the phone, and he had this nice like smooth voice that I liked or whatever. His pictures were cute. So me and Tiffany are at the skating rink and we see some people we know. We tell them we're waiting on our boyfriends. All of a sudden, Tiffany gets a phone call and it's supposedly the guy Antoine, and he's like, yeah, oh my gosh, me, Nisha, I guess that's what they used to call the girl, Tanisha. So he's like,
me, Nisha, my brother, we got into a car accident and our grandma's in the car, yada yada, we're not gonna be able to make it.
And she's like,
oh my God, are you for real? Just thank you for telling me. I'm so glad you okay. Just make it home safe. Like, oh my God. All right, I'm gonna call you later. All right, bye.
so they get off the phone and she tells me,
Girl, they got into a car accident. Like, oh my God, like, I was not even expecting this. It wasn't even that serious. And it's crazy because he was telling me he didn't even want to come at first.
and I'm like, Tiffany, girl, they probably didn't get into no car accident. They probably just making excuses. They want to come see us.
No. I know Antoine will want to come and see me.
So I'm thinking like, if she know that he would want to come see her, maybe they've already met in person before. Like maybe me and Antonio are the ones who haven't met before or whatever. Like I'm thinking the whole time like that I could trust that this guy Antonio was real, because the guy Antoine had to be real, because my cousin at least saw him in person once before when she met him, because supposedly they met at the mall. So we're sitting at the skating rink like, okay, well, you know, should we go home because they're not coming? Should we stay here, like, and just turn up because we already here, we already looking cute? So we ended up staying the whole time. We had a good night or whatever. We went back to her house and we was just caked up on the phone with Antoine and Antonio the whole night. So this is when stuff got creepy. Antoine used to talk to Tiffany from a cell phone number sometimes, not all the times. But she would have to only call or text that number when he hit her up first. He was saying like he leaves the phone at home. Basically, he didn't have the phone with him all the time. Antonio, the one that I was talking to, the older brother, he was supposedly like sharing a phone with Tanisha, but primarily using the house phone until his phone information, whatever that means, got transferred from his grandfather's family plan to his own individual plan. But I'm just like, y'all got cricket. So it ain't like it's a lot of paperwork to sign to transfer your information from one phone to the next. Especially back then, it was just little Nokias. Like, take the SIM card out and put in another phone. That's all you gotta do. So I'm thinking like, okay, you know, this is a little weird, our speaking arrangements with them. But every time we would talk to them, it would be just a regular, like, caking with your boo experience. We didn't think nothing of it. However, every time that I would get off the phone with Antonio, Antoine would text Tiffany and be like, hey, call me when you get a chance. And Tiffany would always be like, man, Destiny just got off the phone with your brother. And then Tiffany would tell him, like, it's crazy that every time they stop talking, like, me and you get on the phone, like, she was like, are y'all like using the same phone or whatever? Like, are y'all sharing this phone now? Or I thought he was using Tanisha's phone. And he was like, yeah, he is using Tanisha's phone, but Tanisha's on the phone or whatever, and she's acting funny today. She's got an attitude, so, you know, we gotta share this phone. The phone that they were sharing, they never confirmed whose phone it was, because it's like, is this y'all's grandmother's phone? This is not the house phone. I'm not sure I understand. And sometimes they would pass the phone around and they would like try to quote unquote trick us, like thinking that we couldn't tell who was who. And they were good at it because we couldn't tell who was who, because they all sounded alike. Tanisha, Antonio, and Antoine. So, you know, we couldn't tell who was who. So they would quote unquote pass the phone around and say stuff and be like, no, man, why would you say stuff like that? Like trying to act like one of them was in the background, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It was just a lot of playing going on, and it was confusing after a while. So as time went past, we were talking to them for like a couple months, and Tiffany's sister, we're gonna call her, Tiffany's older sister was, what's her name gonna be? Eileen. We're gonna stick with the theme. Tiffany's sister Eileen was like, who are y'all talking to all the time? Like, she just be busting in on stuff, asking questions, her little spunky self. Who are y'all talking to all the time? And Tiffany was like, we're talking to these guys that we've been dating or whatever, and they go to, and from what Tanisha told us, they went to Belmont High School. So we were just banking on that. And Tiffany was telling Eileen, like, yeah, you know, they go to Belmont or whatever, and we met them through Tanisha from school. Eileen was like, y'all don't even know Tanisha like that. Where does she come from with all these cousins to set y'all up with? I was like, I don't know, but it's crazy. Like, I still haven't even met the one that I'm supposed to be talking to, and they share a phone number. Why are they sharing a phone? I haven't even met you in person. I'm supposed to be like texting you, and all my messages and stuff between me and you are in this phone that you're sharing with your brother. She was like, they're sharing a phone. Let me see that. So she takes the phone from Tiffany and she's like, hello, who is this? And it was like so many different it was like so many different pauses, like awkward pauses, like they would start a sentence and just stop and then act like they couldn't hear her or something. And so we felt like that was strange as well. And then another time we stayed after school and we were waiting for them to come and meet us, and Tanisha stayed with us, and she was saying like, yeah, you know, if y'all stay after school, I will get them to come up here. So we're like, okay, get them to come up here. So we're waiting in the cafeteria for 2 hours dang near, and it got to the point security was pretty much telling us to leave. So we're telling Tiffany's mom like, hey, can you come pick us up, because, you know, we're done doing what we have to do after school. And Tanisha comes out of the blue after the 2 hours and is like, oh my God, they just text me saying my grandmother's in the hospital. I'm about to have my other cousin come pick me up. She lived down the street or whatever, and she's gonna take me to meet them at the hospital. It is always something with y'all grandma. Let me tell you something. I love my grandmothers, both of them, but at the same time, it's like whenever people want to lie to you about something, they always got to put their grandma in it for sympathy points. Like, just say you don't want to do it, or just say you can't do it. Like, don't lie. So, like, y'all should be ashamed using y'all grandmas. So, anyway, she was like, yeah, my grandma's in the hospital. And I'm like, all right, girl, well, we gonna leave. So we left, and at this point, we was mad at her. Like, bruh, not only did you have us embarrassed on the phone, acting like y'all phone was breaking up, you know what I'm saying? And then y'all passing the phone around while we was there, and you thought it was funny, and we kept telling you, stop passing the phone around, because we didn't want you to hear our conversations with the guys that we were talking to. Like, we don't want you in our conversation. You're still not our friend. You're just around because you set us up with these guys, and you're our math group partner. So we're mad at her or whatever, and she's like, well, why aren't you guys talking to me, like, while we're at school? Because we were icing her out, and we were just like, because, like, it's just, everything is just so extra with you. And she didn't understand what we meant by that, but it was like, everything is extra with you. Everything that you say is gonna happen is a lie, or you're flaky. Like, there's plenty more instances that I won't include in this story, but she was just real shady. And then on top of that, she kept like trying to find reasons to hang out with us by herself, or trying to get us to come over her house. Like, we're still not your friends. So finally, after like a week of us not talking to her because we were mad at her about this, she came to school and just walked up to our desk in math class or whatever and threw these little notes on our desk. But you know, she got her creepy little hand gestures, so she didn't just throw it, she had to mystically flip it off to us and stuff. Like, ugh. So she passed the notes to us or whatever and just walked away silently, like she just did something boss. And supposedly the notes were letters from Antoine and Antonio to us, saying how sorry they were for not making time to come and see us, and how sorry they were for the incidents that kept happening, and we should feel bad for them because at the end of the day it's always something, and they understand if their life has too much drama in it for us to stay involved, and they don't want to put us through this and all this other crap. And it's like, what? Like, this is clearly your handwriting. Like, it just looked like that same Goosebumps font. Like, we know it's you. Stop, Tanisha. Tanisha. So after that, me and Tiffany just made an agreement to just block her number, never talk to her again, and we just quit talking to her altogether. Like, we just started ignoring her, not acknowledging her, not sitting with her. We did our math project and we was done. Come to find out, a couple weeks after we stopped talking to her, this other girl that we cool with, I'm not even gonna give her a fake name, but this other girl that we cool with came up to us one day in the cafeteria after school and was like, yeah, so I heard that y'all used to, one of y'all used to talk to Tanisha's cousin, Antoine. Tiffany was like, yeah, I mean, I guess I did. The girl was like, oh, okay, I talked to him now. Like, is it anything bad about him that I should know or like look out for or anything? Because, you know, I've been like in some bad relationships. I don't want to be with nobody that's going to cheat like all over again. So Tiffany was like, no, if I was you, I wouldn't do it. But I mean, it's on you. It's on you. I don't even want to get involved in all that. I'm like, me either. I have no comments. In my head, I wanted to be like, he's not real. He's not real. And if he is real, his brother ain't real. So don't let her set none of your friends out with his supposedly brother. Because one of them ain't real or both of them ain't real. And guess what? Antoine and Antonio is actually the names that she fake named these boys, quote unquote boys, in real life. Those are the names that she told us that were her cousin's names. And the reason that I'm okay with using their supposedly names in this video is because they ain't real. they ain't real, so I can use their names. Not only are they not real, but all of them had the same voice because it was her talking to us on the phone all the time and caking with us and stuff. Like, I don't understand. And then not only that, she had an extra cell phone. She had an extra cell phone, and we didn't figure it out until one day when we were out somewhere and one of her phones died, and she texted us from the other phone saying that she was on her way to where we were. So it's like, just everything was adding up. I'm sorry if this story is out of order, but she just had so much going on. There's so many events that just proved that they were fake, and I can't just put them all in order because this was so long ago. Once again, this was middle school, before Instagram. You couldn't just screenshot somebody's picture and drop it into Google like you can now. Like, this was at the start of social media, so it was like kiss me through the phone type age, like. But anyways, that's the time that I got catfished. I did get catfished one more time in high school. This was in middle school, but I did get catfished one more time in high school. So if you guys want to know that story, leave it in the comments and I'll be sure to get that up during this week. Other than that, make sure that you like this video if you like this video. Subscribe to my channel, turn on your notifications, and keep coming back because this whole week is going to be story time week. I am out of breath, I'm tired, and I'm about to eat me some ice cream, so I gotta go. Bye, guys.